Hello everyone, and welcome to Ivy's B2B Leads Miner Yellow Pages Scraper. Today I'm going to be taking you through the various steps of scraping the Yellow Pages in the United States and the UK. If you've ever wanted a way to go through the Yellow Pages in an efficient manner with a software, this is for you. No more going through the Yellow Pages books and trying to find the leads that you need. This software can do it for you. I'm going to be breaking down how to use this in various modules so that it's easy to get started and easy to pull the information that you need. Let's begin. The first thing we want to do to have a smooth scrape using the Yellow Pages is to set up our proxies. We can do this by going up to More Settings and then going to Proxy Settings. Now you can get proxies from websites like Storm Proxies or HashCell or various other ones on the internet. What we're going to do here is copy in some proxies to make sure that we're able to have a smooth scrape. Now, as we can see, it follows a format. We can see the IP address, the username, and the password, also the port number corresponding with that IP address. And we want to make sure that we have the proxies in one per line, as shown here. We can also load it from a text file. Now, to test if the proxies are working, having them one by one, IP address, port number, username, and password, we want to hit Test Proxies and remove if not working. So let's do that now. Going to do that now. It's saying please wait. And it's done. Now we have some proxies and it's confirmed that they're working and good to go, and we can hit save and close. Now that we have our proxies configured, we'll want to select the country and the corresponding cities. Now we can do this by going up to country here and highlighting either US or UK. Once we do that, we can see cities that will populate below. We can also add new cities by simply typing here if we think we're missing one or there's one that we'd like to scrape from. And we can also see UK here as it's highlighted in the different cities. If possible, if we want to clear out all of the cities, we can hit clear here and we can hit load to load a text file with US and UK cities. Now that we've set up our proxies, set up the country we want with its respective cities, and maybe we've loaded it from a text file or just cleared it out and typed in the ones we want, it's time to select our niche. Now we can do that by going to different keywords here. And the magic of this is whatever niche we choose, the software will take that keyword and look through the US and these various cities in the UK. So we could type something in like Bitcoin, crypto, or any niche that you're interested in. For demonstration purposes, let's try Bitcoin, crypto, and cryptocurrency. We want to make sure that we're typing the keywords one per line. You can also, like the cities, either clear it out if you want to add something and you forgot it, or load it from a text file. Now that we've set up our proxies, we've selected our country and its respective cities and added the ones we want or cleared out the ones we didn't, and chosen our niche keywords, we want to specify the path where the results will go. To do this, we click on More Settings and then we go to Exporting Folder Path. And we can see the path here where it exists on the computer and where it will go. Now, in order to keep things consistent, it's recommended that we keep the folder that we're scraping within our niche. So to do that, we want to click the three dots here, and then we want to scroll down to the path where it's at. As we can see, it's Ivy B2B Leads Miner version. We can click here to expand that. We can see Yellow Pages where it would go, and I'm going to go ahead and click Make New Folder and type in Bitcoin. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now, as we can see, this has been appended and this is where the results will go. Now we can hit save and close after we've specified our path and we know where results will be going. Now that we've set up our proxies, we've got our respective country and cities, our niche keywords, and we specified a path, we're almost ready to scrape, but let's talk about some of the options on the GUI before we get started. First, we can see use proxies. This is definitely recommended, and we want to toggle a checkbox here if it's not toggled. We have fast mode here, and that is recommended if you have a fast computer or fast internet to get results quicker. Here we see only extract emails that match the domain of the site. Now this is not recommended to toggle on, because say we don't have Bitcoin, crypto, or cryptocurrency that matches the domain name, this is really going to restrict our results. So we don't want to toggle on only extract emails that match the domain name of the site unless we want very specific results. We can export emails in a separate file. If we toggle this on, we can get a file of different information, and that will separate out the emails. Delay between requests in milliseconds makes the scraper look more human, so it's actually doing something as opposed to working as a bot, it's working as a human. And finally, invisible mode, which will show both. Invisible mode doesn't show the scraper working in real time, while visible mode, which if you don't toggle this on, will show you what the scraper is doing. Now that you've adjusted all of your settings, we're ready to scrape and get results. Now that we have everything configured the way that we want to, if we're going to use proxies, if we're going to scrape the UK or the US, what keywords we're going to use, and where those keywords will export results after the scrape, we can go ahead and click Start. And we can see over here briefly what the software is actually doing. We can also take note here of the CPU usage and the random access memory usage as it pulls results. Now that we've pulled about 10 results, we're going to go ahead and stop the software. We can see our results here. We can see the email, if there was a proxy, different socials, websites. If you had this clicked here, it would export emails in a separate file. Now finally, to get all these results, we want to click Export, and then we want to navigate to the file path that we set before. If you remember, in more settings we set a file path. See Bitcoin here. We can go to that path simply by going to IV's B2B Leads Miner, and we can see we selected Bitcoin, so I'm going to select Bitcoin. I'm going to open this file, and I'm going to pull this over to the other window here, and we can see the results here. We can see the websites they came from, the different email addresses, what's going on with their social, their city, and everything else. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial on the Yellow Pages Scraper by Ivy's B2B Lead Miner.